Hey y'all, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you are new here or you've stumbled upon my page, I hope that you'll check me out, check this video out, and then consider hitting that subscribe button. While you're at it, you might as well hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date every single time I drop a new video. I'm EVE and this is the Ev Effect. Alright y'all, so as you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be like a story time about my horrific mini Lady Dior experience, okay? So really quickly, hopefully you can't see my hand. I know I talk a lot with my hands, but I made gumbo maybe like a couple weeks ago and I clean as I cook. And as I was cleaning the counter, my hand, the back of my hand hit the pot and it burned it. So it had like that pus bubble and it finally popped, and so my hand looks, or my finger looks disgusting, and this band-aid is not staying like I need it to, so I might have to take it off. But don't judge me when you see this ugly scar on my finger, okay? But anyways, getting back to the story at hand, so I want to share with you guys what I went through with my new capital N-E-W new mini Lady Dior that I recently got for Christmas. So let me back it up just a little bit. So October of 2023, I went into the Dior store because I had bought a gift online for someone else, and I basically needed to go in store so I can see if they had the original color that I wanted because it wasn't available online. Extra details, I know, but I'm just like that. I don't know why. So I go into the store for one thing, but as I walk into the store, I see this mini Lady Dior, which I've seen several million times. And subconsciously, the mini Lady Dior has always been on my wish list of bags to get, but I've just been kind of dragging my foot to pull the trigger on that bag. And in hindsight, I wish I would have done it years ago because the price increases just over the last 3 years are insane, okay? So anyways, I go into the store and I see this bag sitting on the shelf, like my eyes locked in with this bag. And so I'm like, ooh, let me go ahead and take care of this business, and after this is done, I want to try on that bag, okay? So she pulls down the bag, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I'm loving what I'm seeing, and even the other customers are in the store, they're like, yeah, that bag is you. So I decided, let me go ahead and just get her. I kind of had some buyer's guilt because, as you guys know, I was in St. Bart's months prior in May of 2023, and I was looking at the mini Lady Dior, but I wanted to mull over it a little bit more, just make sure I wasn't making a hasty decision. But I should have done it then because I think either right before we got to St. Bart's or right after we left St. Bart's, they had a price increase for 2023. So anyways, I decided in October when I tried on the bag again in store, I was going to go ahead and buy it, but I was not going to touch this bag until Christmas. It was my Christmas gift to myself. So I literally saw the bag in store, she wrapped it up, rang me up, and I brought that bag home, put it in my closet, and did not touch it until December 25th, okay? So this was either October 26th or 27th, okay? So fast forward, we're now at Christmas. I opened my gift. Oh, hooray, Merry Christmas to me. Beautiful bag. I also posted a reel on this bag, so if you haven't checked that out, maybe I'll have it here on the screen, or I'll just put a link so you can check out the reel that I did. Gorgeous bag, in love with it still, so excited to just pop her out and finally display her, right? So then fast forward about another week, it is New Year's Eve. And so originally we didn't really have plans, but we kind of last minute put things together, decided that we were going to hang out. So, and the party that we were going to, it specified all black attire. But of course, everybody wore what they wanted to wear. I stuck to the routine and I wore my all black. And I decided, you know what? Let me just pop out with my new bag because I was super thirsty to pull her out. Not only that, one thing that I am vowing to do is wear my things, use my things, because I am very notorious of getting something, buying something, having something, and saving it for a special occasion. And I know I've said this several times, and I know other people say this all the time, but every single day that you wake up is a special day. So use your stuff, okay? You bought it, use it. So it's New Year's Eve. I got my fit on. I pull out my brand new bag and I'm loving it, right? So we're having a good time that night. I went with a couple of my girlfriends, and again, we're just vibing, having a great time. So I want to say right after the clock struck 12, so it's now New Year's Day, it started raining. So we went to a rooftop event and it started raining not long after 12. And so we of course kind of waited it out about 15-20 minutes, hoping that the rain would subside. It did a little bit, but not to the point where we could go back and continue the party. So then we went back into the building that had like a plan B, alternate space for us to kind of hang out. So we did that for a little bit before we, you know, chunked the deuces and went to our next spot. So in the midst of all of that kind of chaos, one of my friends that I was with, we noticed on her bag that there was like some blue stuff on it. Like, what is this? And so I'm looking at the bag and I'm looking at her outfit and I'm like, girl, this is color transfer. You got color transfer on your bag. And her bag was brand spanking new too. It was a birthday gift for her. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. So we're both kind of panicking. And so through the night, like I'm texting my Fendi SA to get some pointers or tips on how to get this color transfer off of her bag, right? So she had it on her hands. It was on her bag, of course. So her outfit, I think it had like denim in between like the metallic lines that were in her suit. It was a really cute fit, but ultimately it had color transfer and she just wasn't aware, and I wasn't aware of it either. And I really think the rain exacerbated the situation a little bit more. So yeah, so we're kind of panicking, trying to get this color transfer off. And so we're on our way to the next spot. And we get to the next spot, we vibe out for about maybe 45 minutes before we call it quits and we go home. Okay, so I get home. I'm waiting on a text from my SA. It's late, but you know, we were in panic mode. My SA did end up texting me the next morning and kind of gave us some pointers on what to do. She suggested some kind of leather cleaner off of Amazon. I can't remember what she stated, but that was her suggestion. So I forwarded that over to my friend. But that night when I got home, I'm undressing, I'm getting ready to get in the shower. I'm unpacking my bag so I can store my bag back on the shelf. And as I'm unpacking my bag, I'm looking at my bag and I see spots on the bottom of the bag. I'm like, hold on, let me wipe this off. Maybe I just got something on it. It's not coming off. It's not coming off. So I'm wiping it, I'm wiping it, I'm wiping it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I have color transfer on my bag too. And if you guys know anything about patent leather, and if I didn't already say this, the bag that I purchased was in the color latte in patent leather. If you know anything about patent leather, color transfer or ink is a death sentence to patent leather. There is no returning from that, okay? With regular leather, there is still hope, but patent, no ma'am. It's done, okay? Donezo, okay? So I'm like scrubbing, I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? It's not coming off. It's not coming off. So my mood transferred from, you know, getting relaxed, ready to get in the bed, to I am now in panic mode for myself. I'm no longer in panic mode for my friend. I'm in panic mode for myself. And I'm very sad because I bought this bag in October. I opened it in December and I'm just now wearing it January 1st, essentially, right? So I realize it's not coming off. I go to bed. I barely got any sleep that night. I'm just sad, okay? I'm sad about it. But I went to bed and then I woke up bright and early that morning. I took a shower, got dressed, and I drove my butt to Dior. Okay, as soon as it was like, I think 9:30, 10 o'clock, whenever they open, I drove to Dior. Walk up to Dior, they're not even open, girl. It is New Year's Day, okay? Let them rest. So I'm feeling just defeated. So of course I'm in a whole mood. So the whole day, I'm trying to like talk myself out of it, and I'm just trying to come to grips with, you know what? This happened for whatever reason. I need to wrap my head around the fact that I'm either going to move forward and carry this bag with a stain on it that will never come off, or figure out how I can get rid of it, possibly sell it off, and of course take it at a loss, or just have it as a closet ornament forever, you know? So all of these different thoughts are running through my head, but ultimately I'm trying to like talk myself back into a good mood because it's a new year. I want a fresh start, and I just don't want to have bad juju or bad energy starting off the year. So that's the space that I'm in New Year's Day, okay? So January 2nd, I go back to work, and my work day starts pretty early for me. So after my first 2 calls, I have a long break before I have my last 2 calls later on in the afternoon. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to get dressed again and drive my butt back up to Dior and see if there's anything that they can do to help me. Okay, so I politely packed up my bag and I brought my receipt with me just in case. But in my mind, I'm thinking there's nothing that can be done with the receipt. But just in case, I bring everything that I purchased, okay? So I bring everything with me. I go into the store, and luckily there was no one else in the store, okay? So when I walk in, there are 2 SAs. They approach me, and then I begin to tell them the story. So as I'm telling them the story, you can tell like they're just waiting, okay? They're in suspense. So I pull out the bag, I showcase her, and you can see on both their faces that they were like, gasping like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I know. So there was a guy and a girl that was helping me essentially, and I'm not going to mention their names just for privacy reasons, but they were both helping me. Very, 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 very sweet. You guys, when I tell you that Dior has tip-top customer service, I'm grateful, okay? So the girl tells me immediately, oh, there's nothing that we can do in the store, but let me see if we can ship your bag off and see if they can do something at the factory to possibly clean it and get it off. So she was like, give me a few minutes, I'm gonna take it to the back. So she takes all my stuff with my receipt, takes it to the back. And she's back there for like maybe 15 minutes, y'all. And so I'm just kind of walking through the store just to calm my nerves, because my nerves are hella bad at this point. So I'm just gonna take this Band-Aid off. So she comes back and she's like, I'm sorry, my regional manager, regional director, regional manager, regional GM, something. The head honcho of the region was in the store that day. And so she said, my regional director was like, they're not gonna be able to fix this either. There's nothing that we can do. And of course, immediately my heart just sank even more. And then she said, but she said, my regional manager is willing to go ahead and give you an exchange. What? An exchange? I bought this bag October 26th or 27th. First time I wore it was New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And you're still gonna give me an exchange? As soon as she said that, y'all, I grabbed that girl, and I hope I wasn't too aggressive, but I grabbed her and I hugged her. I could not stop hugging her. And then I let her go, and then I hugged him. I could not stop hugging him, y'all. The relief that came over me was indescribable. And then of course my eyes just started welling up with tears. So at this point, I'm like, it's not even about the bag and the cost of the bag. And I'm not even gonna talk prices, y'all. If you know anything about many Lady Dior's, they're pretty high, especially now. Price increases are ridiculous. So if you're interested, you can look it up. But it's not about the price of the bag at this point. I am just overtaken with emotion because I was extended grace. I was extended empathy, right? I told them my story. I told them what happened. And they extended me empathy and grace to allow me to exchange this bag that is well beyond the return period. Whew. Couple of tears fell, okay? Couple of tears fell, but I really had to restrain like just bawling out of control, because at that point I was like, oh my gosh. What could have like just really ruined essentially my entire month for me, it just turned everything around. And again, it's not even about the bag at this point. It's just the fact that I had grace. I had a covering at that point. I can't even describe the feeling, but I knew that like God was like, I got you. Don't worry about it. And I feel like part of that was me trying to reconcile with myself that, you know, if this goes bad, accept it for what it is and move forward. And I think because I was working on myself in that space, God was like, you know what? I'm going to clear all of this up for you and things will be good again. So not only did they extend me the opportunity to do an exchange, I didn't even have to exchange it for the same color. I had a choice to either go with the same color, which was the latte, and I absolutely love it, or two other colors that they had in store that were patent leather, right? So she brings out the other two bags, and I am torn on, do I go with my original love or do I get something else? Okay, I'm trying to decide if I should get another one of the latte color, which I love, or this beautiful dark green. This is gorgeous too. Or this gorgeous blue grayish color. Which one? Which one? Which one? So I'm scaling the other options and I'm like, y'all, I don't know what to do. I don't know which one. I don't know. So I hit up a lifeline. I really couldn't even think at that point. So I hit up one of my girlfriends as a lifeline to help me make a decision, but she was at work, so she couldn't help me. So I ultimately made a decision on my own. So this horror story turns into a happy ending, y'all. I got an opportunity to exchange my bag, and this is a second chance at my first experience of my mini Lady Dior. So what I'm also excited about is I got the holiday package. So again, if you saw my reel, I had the regular Dior packaging, which is nice and sleek, but I'm so happy that they gave me this bag because this is only during the holidays. So I'm happy about this. So let's pull out the new bag. One more thing, I did ask both of the essays if the regional manager could come out so I could thank them personally and hug them personally, but she was super swamped with, I think they were doing inventory or something, I don't know, but she couldn't come out. But I was so grateful and I wanted to make sure that they extended that message to her. So whoever you are, regional director, regional manager, I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You literally made my week, okay? Just that kind gesture alone just changed everything for me, okay? So anyway, so this is my brand new bag. So can you guess the color I decided to go with? The original color of the latte or the other two options, which I should have shown a video already, if not right now? Let me know your guess down below. All right, let's pull her out. I went with, ta-da! Look at this gorgeous green. Yes, so if you know anything about me, you guys know that my favorite color, one of my favorite colors, is green. I've been loving green heavy though, like the end of 22, all of 2023. So the streak continues. I am in love with this color green. So it literally took me about 30 minutes to make a decision because while I loved that latte color and I still adore that latte color, I kind of had post-traumatic distress about what I went through with that latte color, and it wasn't even me. And in the midst of that whole thing, it wasn't my friend's fault, but in the midst of that whole thing, you know, we're taking pictures, we're exchanging phones, and you know, we're by each other. We were by each other the whole night. So it's unfortunate, but it just happened to get on my bag, and it could have been me touching her phone and then me touching my bag. So because of all of that, I was like, you know what? Let me go with, I think, the next best thing, which is this green, and it's so beautiful. So let's go ahead and unbuckle her so we can show her to the world. Ta-da! Ta-da! Y'all, I am in love. Now, I know there is like this negative view on patent leather because you can see the fingerprints or whatnot. I don't have that issue at all with the latte for the limited amount of time that I had the latte color, but you can definitely see it on the darker colors. I don't care. I don't care. You can simply wipe it off. So the great thing about patent leather is that it is durable, but again, ink or color transfer, immediate death, immediate murder, okay? So just be wary of that, and I really hope that my story can help you, someone out there. If you are working with a lighter color bag, especially patent leather, please note that ink or color transfer, it's donezo, okay? It's donezo. This is my story time, you guys. Again, I do still love the latte color, and I'm kind of torn on whether or not I want to get, because I want another one in the size small. This is a mini, but I want to get another one in the size small. I don't think I want that in a white. I think I want that in a color. I'm looking at the DJoy. So the DJoy in the size small is pretty cute. And I'm thinking about getting that in just a regular Canage lambskin in the latte. Let me know your thoughts on that one. If you're into bags, into Dior, let me know your thoughts on that one. But that's what I'm thinking. In the future, I'll grab that in the latte color since I went through that whole debacle. But yes, y'all, I'm so grateful. So that is my story, you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. And again, if you haven't already, I hope that you'll consider subscribing as well as hitting that notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything that I drop on my channel. So until the next time, you all have a wonderful and prosperous and favorable new year. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.